Feelers, welcome back. Episode 3. We're on a roll, Cass. I'm pumped.
I love how you say we're on a roll as if this isn't our full-time job.
Yeah.
And we're contracted to be. No, we love it.
No,
love
we do.
But it's good. It feels good to be on a roll.
I know. We're motivated. We've got a brand new studio. We're pumping out content.
It's episode 3. They know we've got a new studio, all right? We're not going to bang on about the new studio anymore. It is very cool, though.
I know. I'm so pumped. You look great today, by the way.
You like my look?
This is cool. You're giving Bondi boy fuck boy. No, but like
First, no, I'm not. I'm going to shut that down right now. No Bondi fuck boy would ever be caught dead in this. This is way too cool for a Bondi fuck boy.
No, it is a really cool outfit, but I'm saying the oversized like button up. That's something.
It's our boys brand.
Motorino.
Hell yeah. Shout out Clary and the boys at Motorino.
Yeah. I mean, Moto has like some great stuff, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah, no basic bitch boy would ever be caught dead in Motorino. Cool guys only. The fuck?
They are basic bitches, but they disguise themselves as not. That's what the fuck boy does.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Motorino boys. I was like, Clary's going to kill me.
No. I fucking love Motorino.
Yeah.
No, the fuck boy is great at disguising who they truly are. They cover up their real selves. That's why you can't tell. They schmooze you.
But again, a fuckboy wouldn't be caught dead in what I'm wearing. I'm wearing like a button-up, a short sleeve, cream white button-up shirt, and I've got only the top 2 buttons done up, so it's like open at the waist. Some Spiller jeans, Phoebe Spiller jeans. By Spiller.
She's getting so many mentions. Yeah. I wonder why.
Maybe we're hinting at something. And then my hair, you guys, for the audio listeners, I've got a little slick back bun moment, but I've got a couple of little tendrils coming from the middle of my head.
How do you do that?
It's just.
Is that you or is that a professional?
Bitch, it's me.
No.
Thank you, though. Thank you so much. I love being a woman.
No, it looks cool, though. It looks cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Just a little spin on the basic old slick back.
Yeah. Wow. New you. 30, changing it up.
You know what?
Wait, have you ever been schmoozed by a fuckboy? I feel like you would be un-fuckboy proof. You'd be fuckboy proof. Or are you not?
Have I? Yeah, no, I don't really have a lot of time for fuckboys.
Yeah.
And I can smell them from a mile away.
How do you smell them? What's some traits?
The way they walk, the way they dress.
They have a walk.
The way they hold their hands in front of their...
No. Okay, for the audio-only listeners, Cass is rubbing her hands, biting her lip sensually, and giving me these weird eyes like she wants to rip my clothes off.
Ew, not yours.
No, but I'm saying... No, I'm saying like this is the fuckboy like persona.
Yeah.
And you can see it from a mile away?
Hell yeah.
I do feel that...
I feel like fuckboys would call me intimidating.
You would be a fuckboy's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
You would ruin the whole facade. I reckon if a fuckboy came across you on a night out, he'd just go home.
Yeah, I'd ruin his night. Possibly his week. He'd think about it for a while. That's like my favorite person to bully too. But like, again, they don't really come up to me.
No.
I haven't really, I hear about them, but I don't really experience them.
Yeah.
They're like a mythical creature in my eyes.
Like extinct.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them in the wild.
Fingers crossed.
It is an experience though, because I've seen some fuckboys in the wild.
Would you reckon Dom's a fuckboy?
Oh God.
Oh God, as in like,
no,
yes,
you know what? Dom used to be a fuckboy.
Yeah, he's grown up a lot.
He's really matured. And that's the thing, like you can mature out of being a fuckboy. You'd hope
so.
No, but some people, they'll be a fuckboy forever.
George Clooney, for example, he went through to what? He's like 40s or 50s and then he finally decided to...
shack up. He went old school and started dating a 20-year-old at like 50. But
no, Amal's not that young.
How old is she?
She would have been in her 30s.
How old's he?
There's like a 20 years or 17-year age gap. I don't know. Let me correct.
I've seen.
Guys, fact checked me. I don't think it's that. Oh, yep. I'm correct. Yep. My producer gave me the thumbs up. Fuck, I'm good.
Wait, it's weird that you knew that exact number.
I'm a big George Clooney fan.
I know you
and
are.
I'm a big Amal fan.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful couple right there.
Well, what I'm saying is some people are forever fuckboys. And yes, they may find a partner, but they're going to have that fuckboyness in them for life. They're going to be...
They've just got that dog in them. It's the second week in a row.
Is that what it's called?
Look, no, I don't really like to refer to it as that because I like to say that I've got that dog in me. About certain things, fuckboys don't have that dog in them.
Yeah. Is it fuckboy like a new thing? Or has it been around for ages, just given a new title?
Tale as old as time.
Oh, really?
Tale as old as time.
It just gets more publicity now because of social media. Yeah.
Women are talking more.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a follow-up from last week, which is sort of in tune with the whole fuckboy scenario.
I told you we upgraded, guys. We're following on from previous
We're
episodes.
remembering to circle back. We're leaning into the corporate lingo. We put a pin in it and we're back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull the pin out.
Oh.
I don't think that works.
That one didn't work. Anyway,
moving on.
You did well until then.
Yeah, ruined it. I tend to do that. So
we're still shit cunts.
Yeah, shit cunts at art. Anyway, I digress. So last week we were talking about, can women love bomb men?
Oh, yes. I was so interested by this.
So it's like in the same family as fuckboys.
Yeah.
And we've talked on the show before about the taxi cab theory when it comes to men. Like, men have their light off. They sort of, for the most part, unfortunately, in the dating scene, men sort of hold all the cards. Like, women...
Yeah.
Women are in power of choosing who they sleep with. Men are in power of choosing who they get into a relationship with. That's unfortunately how it goes.
Why is that? Have we broke that down
Because
before?
I don't think women want to ever have to convince a man to get into a relationship, because that would genuinely be nightmarish shit. But also, you just trying to even the idea of trying to convince a man to get into a relationship is fucking terrifying, but you just couldn't do it.
But also, like, what sort of a relationship are you starting on?
That's what I mean.
And, like, how much of your pride do you have to swallow to convince someone to date you?
That's what I mean. But I had a conversation with someone about the whole, can women love bomb? I've been asking around, asking people this question. I care to not name this person. They asked to remain anonymous. That might have been the first lie I told on this show. Anyway, so I asked them, do you think women can love bomb? And he came back with he.
Oh, he. Okay.
Yeah, I asked a man.
Oh, okay. Wow, I thought you were talking to a female.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I asked a man.
Interesting.
And he said men are less susceptible to love bombing because when a man love bombs, women take it as reassurance and that they want a relationship, which is very true.
Yes.
Because women, for the most part, I don't want to generalize, but women take things at face value. And also, when women have the dating idea in their mind, because women usually always know what they want. They either want to sleep around and have casual fun sex, or be
committed,
be not committed to anyone and just have some fun, or they want to date and see where it goes, or they're looking for a husband. Like, women sort of usually always know what they want, whereas men are like floating. He said, whereas if a woman were to love bomb a man, men will say we're moving too fast or it's all too much, and they'll use it as an excuse to break up, which is so true.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. It might not be groundbreaking, but it was just an interesting perspective, because it is very true. Like, men will use literally any excuse to break up with a woman. Like, I saw a TikTok the other day and someone was like, a man will say life is just hectic right now and all he's dealing with is his full-time job and going to the gym. And it's like,
yeah, but his program changed. He's lifting way heavier now.
He's talking about a loss in the family, and his grandmother died in high school. So men are flight risks. And I just find it very interesting.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
Because it's fucking true.
Your facial expressions as well.
I need Botox.
I did not mean that in an insulting way.
No. I'm so unfrozen that, like, I just have a permanent frown. I might not be saying it, but you seeing it on my head.
No, but yeah. No,
anyway, back to the problem at hand. Isn't that very true?
It's like you said, what you're saying is not groundbreaking, but it's very much like opening your eyes to what's in front of you. Yeah. And it's kind of like, now that you break it down like that does make sense. Women, it would be dangerous for them to love bomb, as opposed to men who love bomb. It's going to work in their favor.
Yeah.
It's going to work to their advantage. Whereas women, it's going to work to their disadvantage. A guy's going to use that against you to say, whoa, you're way in too over your head. This is getting too serious. Let's pump the brakes. Like, I don't know where this can even go if you're already like this at the start.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that the same technique used by different sexes is either a positive or it can turn out into a negative.
Yeah.
Same
well,
wording.
I mean, love bombing is always a negative. Let's get one thing clear.
I mean, no. Okay, that sounds fucking bad.
We do not condone love bombing on this show.
Yeah, I know. I don't condone.
But I think it's... there's always exceptions to every rule as well, because a woman who flat out wants to be single and doesn't want a relationship is not susceptible to love bombing from a man, or a woman who is like a little bit more
in her hot girl single era.
Yeah, or a woman that's like a little bit more clued into the like bad tricks of love bombing or things like that will shut that shit down. The same as a man that is ready for a relationship will be susceptible. Like there's always exceptions to the rule. We're just very generalizing here that for the most part, usually men are the ones, comes back to the taxi cab theory, like when they're ready for a relationship, their light goes on, they'll choose the next woman. Another conversation that I had with this person, he actually doesn't believe in the taxi cab theory, but I think he's a very level-headed, he's not like most men. I would go as far to say he's a unicorn because the way he views relationships and women and is very black and white and very sincere. You'll get some men that they're getting married in 3 weeks and they're cheating on her. So like he'll call a woman the love of his life and still fuck her over because some men getting into a relationship is a means to an end. It's security. It's their way to a family. It's the way to have their house clean and their bellies full and I guess their bowls empty, as some men like to say.
I thought, is she going to say it?
Yeah.
Is she going to say it?
I saw it on a TikTok.
What's the saying? It's like if you want a happy man, you feed his... What
belly full and bowls empty or something like that. I don't know. It's fucking gross. Yuck. Anyway, so like men look at relationships sometimes, can look at it as just like an exchange of something,
goods and services.
They don't necessarily look at them as the love of their life. It's more of a means to an end. They'll treat the woman that they claim they love like shit. So most men, that's why the taxi cab theory does work, because they could have their dream girl in front of them, but if all their friends are still single, they're not going to settle down with her.
So fucking true.
Whereas once all his guy friends start just locking down, the next woman that comes into his life that ticks a few boxes, he'll be like, yeah, I'll marry this one.
It's always interesting because you see friendship groups and more often than not with guys, friendship groups, like you see a whole group of mates that are all single. One or two of them get a girlfriend and then the whole group starts to get a girlfriend. Same as, kids, marriage. You see the group kind of go together with men. Again,
there's always exceptions to the rule. Yeah. We're just generalizing here. But for the most part, like that's the trend you see. And that's why the taxi cab theory switched on. Emotionally intelligent, stable men don't abide by the taxi cab theory. They see a divine woman in front of them, they're going to jump on that, because women like to believe that the man I'm going to marry isn't going to play mind games with me. He's not going to put me on ice. He's certainly not going to risk losing me. Whereas men don't have that mentality. Like they may very well have their dream girl, but they might have Euro summer coming up and they're like, gotta be single. For all the women, they're not going to fuck in Europe.
Men
will do dumb shit and then they'll come back pining for the girl.
Like, I've got friends who they say to me like, oh, I'm just going to do the next couple of years single because I've got Europe planned next year. I've got Johnny's Bucks party in Vegas coming up. I've got so many more things.
Put your life on hold.
They always say, I've got so many more things that I want to get done whilst I'm single, giving off the impression that being in a relationship is trapped. And then they say, I'm not even going to worry about getting married or having kids till I'm 40.
But
why waste the time?
Things to put your life on hold for.
But literally they're like, I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff. Like kind of giving off the impression that you're shackled down to relationship, marriage, kids. Like it's such a weird attitude to have. But I know so many guys that say, this is my time frame. And it does support your theory of the taxi cab light theory.
Yeah.
They're saying like, when I hit this age, that's when I'll start to really, look into settling down. It's like, so their light's off and it's just like, there's nothing you can do to turn it on. It's just like weird. Like it's kind of hard because a girl would never know that.
Oh, we do.
Oh, you can see?
Fucking oath you can see. It's a theory for a reason.
Yeah.
And a well-known one at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just food for thought. Thought we'd circle back to that and got some good insight.
No, that's actually
it's always good going to the source.
Yeah.
Well, not to the source, but like going to the other side and getting their point of view.
To the dark side. No, that's really interesting.
It's scary.
Yeah. I feel like most girls also they know what phase of life they're in terms of dating. You know what I mean? Like if they're coming off the back of a long relationship, they want to be in their hot girl single era for summer and they kind of now we're looking and they're very much like a lot more pre-planned, whereas I feel like a guy is just like a plastic bag floating in the wind.
Women are more logical. We can make cool, calm and collected decisions. We're more pragmatic. Some may say we're better at running countries, but what do I know?
But also more easily able to communicate the emotional
That shouldn't even be a thing anymore. Like, that's not an excuse. Like, it's been proven that it is a safe space for men to articulate their feelings and talk about their feelings. Hey, we love a man that cries. If men, for whatever
you copped
reason,
a lot of shit for that when we posted that.
Did I?
Yeah, we posted it some months ago, and they were saying, like, you know, it's not okay for a man to cry. Like, people just say this. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's interesting the stigma around it still. You know what I mean?
It's fucking men. These macho, prehistoric men that, like, again, that's a you problem. Like, it has been shown time and time again, like, it is a safe space. If you choose to continue to believe that rhetoric, I don't fucking care. Like, it's not a woman's problem to create a safe space. Like, you boys need to start asking each other about your feelings. You need to start going on your little coffee dates. You need to start talking to each other. You need to start giving each other compliments. Like, it's not a woman's problem to take care of men's emotions anymore.
Have you had a man cry in front of you?
Yeah.
And like a boyfriend or... Yeah. Wow. And that was like...
It's reassuring. Honestly, it's a sign of him regulating his emotions, because it's like a boiling pot. If you don't take the lid off, it's going to bubble out and explode eventually. I'd rather take the fucking lid off and manage it then and there. I also would never even consider dating a man that has any negative views on crying, because society has shown that it is okay now. Like, yes, we agree that for a long time we put a lot of heavy expectations on men, like men have to be men and you can't cry and you got to go to war and blah, blah, blah. That's over and done with. We've put that to bed. So if you are still choosing to believe in that, like these pissant men in the comments saying that's just a myth, well, fucking who's telling you that? Is it your fellow macho men that won't cry? Like, get new friends. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not women's problems. Like, men are always like, it's the male loneliness epidemic. Like, we don't get compliments. What do women like? Why is it the women's problem?
I don't think there's a fucking male. I think there's just.
There absolutely is.
No, I think it's just a loneliness epidemic. I don't think it's just.
Women aren't lonely.
Really?
This is what I mean. Women aren't lonely because we give each other compliments. We ask about the feelings. We catch up. Like, women aren't lonely. Men are lonely. Men don't realize that women get a lot of their love and reassurance, and we get our cup filled by fellow women.
I gotta say that,
whereas men don't get that. You guys don't lean on each other. This is why I'm always asking you, like, do you ask your friends, like, how are you really doing? Like, how often do you have deep,
never
personal conversation? That's so sad and lonely to me.
Okay.
Oh, I just want to circle back. I want to ask our male listeners. I rarely do this, but I want our male listeners to write in and let us know if you believe in the taxi cab theory. I want to know if you think that the power sort of leans into the man's hands, and whether you would, like, if you've got a perfect girl right in front of you, if for whatever reason you're going to turn that down and possibly come back to it later, like when your light's off, you're not ready for a relationship, when your light's on. I want to know how much of that theory, if you believe in it, if you think it's absolute bullshit. And women, I want to know if you've had any experience of a guy saying, like, you're the right girl, wrong time. If the guys come pining back, I want to know, because obviously I've had one guy say that he thinks it's bullshit, but I would love to know what our listeners think.
Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, if you've got like a Europe summer planned, or you've got a certain age you don't want to settle down by in your head, you know, all that sort of stuff is kind of leaning into that theory. Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Whoa, should we get into some of these topics?
I see there's a very topical question on there to do with Coachella.
Yes, you are right. Coachella is currently going on at the moment, Cass. I saw you do a little bit of content around it on your socials as well. It's quite an interesting event. I mean, I would almost go as far to say that it's not even really a festival anymore. I would say that it's more of just a place where brands can get all sorts of content for their clothes, their new drop. I would say it's mainly a space for influencers to shoot content and try and go viral. I would say it's less about the music and the performance and more about kind of what you can get for yourself at the festival. And for me, it's a little bit sad. Like, festivals to me when I was younger were the best thing ever. We would go nuts at whoever was playing. You wouldn't have your phone in your hand recording every single second. Like, you'd actually be in the moment.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, fuck, when I was saying that, I'm like, I'm old as fuck. Sorry if anyone's below the age of 25. But, you know, to me, it doesn't even look like a genuine vibe. I don't know. Maybe I'm being cynical about it. Like, what do you think?
Coachella is very scenic. First of all, Coachella's my idea of hell. I'm not a festival girly at all. Big crowds freaks me out. Not a huge fan of camping.
It gives me the vibe of like you want to go walk and go see someone playing on stage, and it's one of those moments where there'd be like 4 influencers taking a photo and you have to wait until they finish their photos.
First of all, I would never do that.
That's the type of vibe that I'd
walk through it. But the key to taking content into public is to not be inconsiderate, first of all. Coachella is a big fashion fest. Like a big part of Coachella is the fashion and the outfits. That's how it's always been. Like if you look back to, say, 2016 Coachella with Vanessa Hudgens and the likes of them, it's always been about the fashion. So that's not – I think it's just social media publicizes everything, that we see a lot more of it now. And like we've got TikTok, everyone's chronically online. So I don't think that much has changed in that regard. Obviously, like Revolve House, all the brands that
the after
like
parties,
Poppy, not the after parties, the pre-parties.
Oh, yeah, White
Revolve
Fox.
House, White Fox, Poppy. They're all big parties that are like, obviously it's the biggest festival in the US. So of course brands are going to capitalize on that. It's a huge form of income for Coachella. It's also experiences, because you got to remember a lot of influencers go to that. I've never been to Coachella, so I don't know, but I would assume that possibly normal people can buy passes to go to those parties.
They can.
So, well, then that's an opportunity for normal people to meet their favorite celebrities or influencers or possibly bump into them. Like, for you and I, we're very cynical because it is our idea of hell. But everyone that I speak to that goes to it loves Coachella. The fashion is really cool. Like, I would love to go just to see what everyone's wearing because it would be so exciting. Not to mention they have the biggest performers in the world perform at Coachella. So I can say all this while still hating the idea of Coachella. You'll never catch me dead there. Even on a brand trip, that would make it even worse because where's the off switch? No, I'm not going. I'm not doing it.
I would just want to unleash Cass in Coachella when she's in a pissed off mood. And
I'm not even in a pissed off mood. I would be in a great mood and I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here. It's hot as balls. It was 38 degrees and you got bitches wearing like thigh high leather boots and leather jackets. Fuck me, you're better than I am. Like it's hectic. I love Coachella. I think the crazier the outfits, the better. I sort of hate when people go basic outfits. I think it's a bit boring. Like Coachella, the idea of it is you would wear an outfit that you couldn't usually wear. I don't hate it. I just think social media ruins a lot of it. And as well, like you're only seeing content of Coachella from influencers that have that side of it. Like how much content did you see of the people that are camping, that are doing it on the other side?
I just want to know, like, so you've obviously got your influencers, you've got your celebrities, you've got your people with massive public profiles and whatever. I just want to know, like, the GA, people who just buy a ticket, is there a massive difference in class at these festivals? Like, can you notice if you're in GA, do you feel inferior to these people? Like, which is fucking bullshit, by the way. I just see a lot of things where I'm like, the VIPs are getting treated like gods, and it looks like the GA people are, you know, having to pave their own way and slum it in a sense. Like, it looks to me like there's a difference in class, which I feel like is kind of fucking bullshit.
That's any festival though. Like, I know, people buy VIP. It's like when we glammed at BTV, like some people buy GA, some people buy the premium GA or whatever it is. And then some people buy glamping. It's the same as, like, you got to remember, a lot of people go to Coachella for the performers and the music. Like, people don't give a fuck about the social media side of things and the celebrity and influencer side of things. Like, Coachella at the end of the day is a music festival and people go to enjoy the music and the atmosphere. So I don't think people that go for that care about the other side of it. Some people live to go in a group and all camp together and have that whole experience. Again, terrifying for me, but some people love it.
So you're saying you like it? You're saying
I love Coachella for people. I love the thrill and enjoyment people get from Coachella. Me personally, couldn't be me. Yeah. But I can see why people love it. Yeah. And I also love to consume the content. I love seeing what people wear.
Fair enough.
Well, speaking of Coachella, I do have one little random, just a little tidbit question.
You're on fire today.
You know, I had many ponderings on the way here. So much going on in this noggin.
Yeah, by the way, guys, Cass with her topic, she just goes. Like, she doesn't write anything down. It just comes blurting out.
I love the surprise.
It is good.
I love the shock factor.
Yeah.
But it's semi goes with Coachella. Not really. But it's to do with pooping.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
I don't know what you'd be doing in Coachella.
I probably wouldn't shit the whole time because I don't really like to poop in public. But I just want to know 2 questions. It's to do with pooping. First of all, when you go to poop, are you the type of person that creates a little toilet paper nest in the bottom of the toilet before you poop?
No.
You don't?
I just go straight into the water.
How often are you getting water splash on your bum?
It happens not that often. Probably like I'd say like between 10 and 15% of the time.
You know that if you put a little toilet paper nest down, it'll happen 0% of the time, and you won't get any noise. Reduce the amount of skiddies you'll get. No, but then I'm
worried that like if I put a little nest down and I do a number 2 and then I wipe, I might clog that damn thing.
We're not doing half the roll of toilet paper to make a toilet paper nest. You're doing maybe like 3 or 4 squares.
What is this a thing? Nesting?
Well, I'd like to ask our listeners.
I've never fucking heard of this.
We're going to do a poll. Are you a person that creates a toilet paper nest before you take a poop? Or do you raw dog it like Josh? Are you like Cass or are you like Josh?
I've never heard of this in my life.
I do it for a number of reasons. A, to avoid noise. B, to avoid...
You live by yourself with a cat.
Yeah, I don't want to upset Honey. A, I do it to reduce noise. B, I do it mainly to avoid toilet water splashing up onto my bum.
That's a fairish point.
That's the most confronting feeling I can ever get. And C, to avoid clean up afterwards. I don't want, if I can avoid skid marks.
Skiddies are annoying.
Yeah. So it's very important. I need to know.
Do you, if you are at a public toilet, do you put toilet paper over the ring?
Yes.
Before you lay down? Before you sit down?
How do you shit?
Do you do that?
Fucking oath I do.
And you're not afraid to do to shit in public toilets?
I'd probably double my nest size.
And you'll scope the toilet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Put the toilet paper down. My biggest pet peeve is when the toilet lid doesn't go all the way forward and then the toilet bowl is jutting out. Hate it.
No, there's nothing worse than sitting down on a toilet seat and it's warm.
I don't mind it.
What?
It means the seats...
It is. It's better on a comfort level.
I think for women as well. Obviously, it's not great for a guy because it means a guy's literally just dropped a massive deuce in the toilet.
Oh, true.
Whereas for a girl, we're always sitting.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. Josh, I've got question number 2 about number 2s. Well, I guess number 2's for you. Are you a scruncher or a folder when it comes to toilet paper?
I am a scruncher. I come from a long line of scrunchers in my family. My family taught me to scrunch when I was a kid, and I do it. I feel like it's just more efficient. It's easier.
It's not more efficient. You've got a higher...
It's quicker.
It's got a higher chance of getting some breaks through there.
It's quicker, and I'm just not a folding toilet paper type of guy in my life.
You look like a scruncher.
The hell's that supposed to mean? That's a TikTok sound.
Yeah. I fall in the middle. I'm like a scrolder.
Oh, why is that so fucking you?
A little scrunch.
Like, what's wrong?
Fold.
Like,
I start to fold and then I scrunch.
You just can't
a
commit.
Bit. Might be correct.
Avoidant attachment style.
Maybe I'm just different. Anyway, they're my 2 poop questions.
Yeah, interesting. Cass, now something that's been around for a while is these so-called life coaches who are gaining a lot of momentum, and that's because of this online phenomenon of,
be your own boss.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, this whole life coaching mindset is gaining traction. And how many times do you see online, a guy with his shirt off, maybe some overlay of him in an ice bath or some food. Are you thinking who I'm thinking? Or a food on a wooden plank.
Ready? Let's say the name we're thinking of on the count of 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Elasto Boy.
Fucking same group.
It's the same guy.
You know why? Because Alfie sold Elasto Boy his thing.
Wow.
I think it's that
It's the same group.
It's a pyramid scheme, isn't it?
Fucking, it's just.
Is it not a pyramid scheme?
No, but like what I don't understand is anyone who is earning 40K a month is not interested in teaching you how to make 40K a month and charging for it. Why the fuck would you want to teach other people how to make 40K a month and charge for it? If you're already making 40K a month, why the fuck are you charging, I don't know, $100 for their 4-week course? Like, what difference is that going to make? Anyone who's killing it that much is not fucking charging you to fucking teach you. You know what I mean?
I think isn't it a pyramid scheme?
Yeah, it is. Basically, it's a massive scheme. Yeah. And these people, they just sell you the dream. They sell you the fucking dream. As we said, they'll have their shirt off. They're probably ripped to shreds. They've got overlay video of them hopping in an ice bath, food on the wooden tray, telling you that, you know, something that you do every day of your life is killing you and it's making you unhealthy and it's making you fat and undesirable. And they use keywords like locked in, level up, time for a change. Do you want to live the best life possible? Do you want to fucking date a 9 out of 10? You're lazy. You're mundane. You're not getting up at 3 a.m.
All right, we get the picture.
You know what I mean though? But like these like fucking.
I feel like I'm stuck in it. Now, where's the
you owe me $100 for that.
It's always like this inspirational infomercial. And it's a part of this pyramid scheme of like selling this program of like bettering your life. And I'm like, if your life is that excellent and that fabulous, why are you charging other people money to do this program?
But like let's also just forget about the fitness industry, because these life coaches can span across totally different industries. Like how many people do we say,
hey, I believe in life coaches, qualified life coaches.
Who are over the age of 45 and not 22 down at Bondi with their shirt off.
That have like a psychology degree or something, like some sort of degree.
But the problem is that this, as I said, this doesn't just span across fitness. This can span across, you know, investing. This can span across doing certain courses to maybe level up as a man. There's so many different ways that these groups of people can exploit you and make all these sorts of false claims, like, you know, drop shipping and all that sort of stuff that, you know, and they send in fake photos of graphs of people making 10K a month who are 19 at uni. Yeah. Like these people are fucking dangerous. And we've seen it over the years. These people get exposed. They delete their account. They pop up again a couple of months later.
Yeah, well, it's just scammers. What's his name? From
from our season of Love
Island. What's his
name? Teddy. Dude, that
wasn't he on a current affair?
He was on ACA. He was doing this life coaching bullshit, and he was like, these people like rent they rent cars, pretend they own them, they get an Airbnb for half a day and say they're living there, and like they basically sell you a dream, and they prey on a lot of people who are maybe not in the best position in life and do want to change things, and it's fucking dangerous. Like seriously.
It is dangerous, but to a degree, I think we need to take some level of accountability.
If you fall for it.
To not feed into this. Like, ask to see some qualifications. Where did they go to uni? If they didn't go to uni, like Alfie.
Life coaches left the chat.
Alfie, for example, he is incredibly successful. I think what he's built is amazing.
And we're not targeting him.
Not targeting him. He's just the one that comes to mind.
He's just the one that comes to mind.
And he is, look, I'll take my hat off. He's very successful, but I do know that he sells these programs. I don't know how they work, but it does. We're not the only person talking about it. Like, you see it all the time, and it's copy and paste. You see this same group of people. It's like a fucking template. They all use essentially the same template. That's what I'm talking about. This guy that's like always walking. It's like, talk about a story where you may have struggled to like lean into, and like some struggle that you overcame. And then you see like 10 videos from 10 different guys in the same group that might have all bought the same program. Like, it's all copy and paste, and it's odd.
No, and I get it. Like,
I respect the hustle. That's all about becoming your own boss, and that's great. But at what line, like, where do you draw the line? Like, you're preying on other people's insecurities that also don't want to work a full-time corporate job anymore. And it's like, what qualifications do you have to, obviously there's no guarantee in life, but you're taking people's money, but like, surely there has to be some level
and you see and hear horror stories, and like, not to go back to Teddy, but he was on a current affair, and people were investing thousands and thousands of dollars into this guy who was posting in the amazing Airbnb with the pool and driving the sports car and photos in the helicopter and all that sort of stuff. And he was just basically rinsing people's money. And he got on an ACA, and he had a whole bunch of problems. He deleted his Instagram. He popped back up months later, and God knows what he's doing now. But
like a cockroach.
Yeah. Bloody Mortine's not working.
That little shit survived the Cold War.
But it is interesting to see how much that industry has boomed, basically.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear from the feelers if you have ever invested in one of these programs, if you've ever been scammed.
Did it go well? Like, we want to hear the success stories as well.
You know what? To play devil's advocate, there probably are some success stories.
There absolutely would be success stories. I don't doubt it. I just think there is a lot at play here. There's a lot of gamble. Social media isn't a sure thing. Not to be cynical, and like, I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way. I see Alfie around, so like,
oh fuck, so
I hope he knows
awkward.
That like it's not. I have questions, and a lot of people have questions. I see this conversation, this discourse happening a lot online. Hey, I'd love to hear from Alfie himself if he happens to see this or watch this.
And again, this isn't a hit piece. It's
not a hit piece. I think it's incredibly successful. We see people, there are success stories, but I'd love to hear from people that invested, not in Alfie's thing, anyone's thing.
Yeah.
If you've done this, if you've had any success stories, if you bombed out, if it turned out to be a scheme. Hey, if you invested in Teddy, are you a victim of Teddy?
And like, there is a side of the argument that if you chose to invest your own money, then essentially the fault somewhat comes to blame on you a little bit. Accountability. So we're not just saying like if you got sucked in, like you know,
you did you ask for what are their qualifications? What's their degree?
So
like, did you have it? You can also get these numbers verified by professionals. Like, at the end of the day, we're full blown adults. We have to take some level of accountability. It is what it is.
Okay, cool. That was great. I think that wraps us up for today.
It does. I just can't wait. We're going to bump into Alfie in the next week. I just know it.
Fuck me. What we do for you guys on the show, we embrace very many awkward moments. Okay, guys. Well, I want to hear from you about something we want to talk about next week. Boys and girls, I want to hear your worst, the bar is in hell dating stories. Me and Cass want to go through them, listen to them, and break them down because I feel like we can help.
I need to hear the most terrifying dating story. I need to hear what made you almost go celibate or go celibate for that matter. Tell us if you want to hear it.
Oh my God. All right, guys, if you like the show, leave us a
review.
Josh
just had a brain fart.
Yeah, I've had a brain
fart.
Leave
us a review. Give us a thumbs up.
A comment on the socials.
Give us a follow.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see. Send in any topics. We are here to perform for you. We're your little monkeys. So.
We love listening to.
If you've got any juicy stories of any kind, tell us.
Send them through.
We'll have the form so you can chuck it in.
All right. Thanks, fillers. We'll see you all same time, same place next week.
Bye.